My Aunt Aggie breaks the veil of silence and tells her horrors from the Holocaust, from the loss of both her parents to the loss of both her legs. Stay tuned next on The Crossover.
We'll be right back.
For nearly 2,000 years, Jews and Christians have been divided. But now, God is calling for the healing of past hurts and the comforting of His people. Discover how God is prophetically uniting Jews and Christians across the world today on The Crossover. And now, here is your host, Rosalie Giroux.
The most impactful aspect of Aunt Aggie's story is her spirit. She is such a beautiful person and is able to still have faith in God and mankind, considering the horrors of the Holocaust. Perhaps it was because of family and the few bystanders that chose to risk and to help. It's a miracle that Aggie has little bitterness and has been able to live a fruitful life in Israel for the past 60 years.
Germans came to our town, Košice, Slovakia. It was in 1939. Until then, we had a good life. We were in school. Father, he was a lawyer and a Jewish man. He could not work like a lawyer. It was not allowed. We were in our house, which was a very nice, good house. I could not go to the university as it was planned by my parents, because Jewish from this time were not allowed to learn at the university. The house we had to leave only in 1944, when the first German soldiers came into the town, and we were put like in a group, and they told us that in the near the centrum of the town will be a ghetto, and everybody should go alone into the ghetto with only the minimum packages, only a few, might be 2-3 kilograms. It was some gold that we knew that money will be used.
So how long did you stay in the ghetto?
In ghetto, it was not might be 2.5 months.
When you were living in Košice, there was a man that escaped from Auschwitz, and he came to your town. Yeah. Tell us about that.
One day we were at home. We didn't knew anything about Auschwitz, and we didn't knew that people were killed there. It was a man about 35, 40 years old, might be only 30 years old, and he came and asked for the first time from mother that he needs some shorts and a coat and some money and something to eat, because he fled on the way. He knew that other people from Poland are taken to Auschwitz, and he fled, and he came to our town, Košice. And what he said, the father and the mother didn't want to believe. It was so terrible, the story, what he said. But after a few weeks, we came to the same place, to Auschwitz, and we saw that every word what he said, it is true. We were in Košice, 12,000 Jewish people from the town and from the surroundings. And we were taken in by train, but the train were like for animals. 60, 70 people were in one place, and we had nothing to eat and nothing to drink for 2-3 days until we arrived to Auschwitz. It was closed. We cannot go out. There everything was a terrible place, and even a toilet was not in the near place, so we had to make our pee-pee and etc. there with other people, and it was one of the humiliating the member, our people, that my friend, a nice young man, was in the same place, and if we had to make our pee-pee, etc., it was one of the terrible things that we had to do it before his eyes. And when we arrived, we were about 10,000 or more people, and we went off in the train, and they put us to make the shower. And later we recognized that not only people who were alive later, but the people who came to gas chamber, they had also to make the shower. Until now, after 60 years, I remember the place, the shower. We had to stay there the whole night and the whole day without clothes and without food, and we could not do everything, and the water was dropped.
Dripping?
I can't tell you more about it, that only after 60 years I feel every moment what happened in this room. We were for many, many hours until the SS soldiers told us, the men, we should go in barracks. They had places where to live.
Were there women soldiers were there women SS soldiers in the showers?
Yeah, women and men, and that was terrible and humiliating what happened to us, but we could not do anything. We were young girls, about 15, 17, 18 years old, but our mothers were with us. It happened when we arrived, and the soldier told to a caliph, to a
dog,
yes, that the mother and the daughter should be separated, and the mother ran to the daughter. The SS woman gave the order to the
dog,
caliph, to the
dog,
to take the girl here, and the girl was dead in one moment on the floor before our eyes. It was to show us what could happen if we are doing something else and not what their order were. So it was terrible, the first moment in Auschwitz.
More of The Crossover when we return.